Everybody chase Hall for Coffee and Riffs. The first one you've done, right?
This is the first one I've ever done.
Chase, there was a small period of time where we would go down into your basement at your dad's house.
Yes.
And we would do guitar lessons.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
Those were good. I learned so much.
I had a lot to teach, a lot to show.
I didn't actually learn that much.
I didn't actually know how to show.
I could tell.
So. Dang, Chase is full of it. Man.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, that's probably true.
I remember you taught me like a little like, I remember it being like synonymous with like the jingle that you hear like when you get inside like the little trains that take you places in the airport. Yeah. And then like I played it and you were like, wow, you got that immediately. And then like you pretty much left after that. Yeah.
Cool. I don't remember.
That's my memory of that.
Okay, well.
Of that lesson.
I hope that you still know how to play it.
I forgot.
No.
Sure.
I think that's on you.
I'm sure I could find it again though. Mm-hmm. Probably without you.
We'll never know. Chase has a lot of deep roots here. He's Seth's nephew.
Yes.
So we've known him for a long time. He's worked at Old Blood twice.
Yeah.
And
at least.
And in the future, who knows how many more times. And I don't know what kind of music are you drawn to? Like how would you put a definition to it?
Ooh, I like things that don't that move a lot rhythmically in the sense of like tempo. I don't know. I like things that are kind of messy usually. I don't know.
What's an existing band or project that you feel like you'd be the closest to ripping off?
Oh.
You know, just naturally musically.
Okay.
Stuff just sort of happens that you...
Shoot. Okay. Well, I like Frankie Broyles. I like his playing. And he's in OBNE, and I think he was in Deerhoof. Those are cool. Those are cool bands. But then I also like. I feel like I don't have any good answers right now. Maybe.
Okay, so tell me why you picked what you picked here.
Okay. Well, most of them were recommendations, but I like to use loopers as kind of like when I do get to home base, like melodically, I like to fill in, like maybe like if I loop something a little bit more drony, I like to kind of, like once I reach that point in the melody where I feel like I've hit home base, I like to bring in that drony loop again so I can kind of dance around there for a little bit. And it fills in a lot of space that I don't already have going on in the rest of the board. But yeah, and then I've got these old EQ compressor thingies. I'm not going in order of the chain, but that's okay. So I have like something really compressed coming out the left side, I think. And like a heavily EQ'd thing coming out the right, but you know, it's pretty dry in terms of compression. And yeah, like what's compressed over on the left side is like just a heavily distorted, heavily verbed very just wet signal. And I feel like that's just kind of guiding some more like cleaner tones over here on that side.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I've got the tremolo gun, which I was messing with the rates of the tremolo throughout the playing. And then Seth recommended this guy, and so I don't understand all what it does, but I know it's like just a lot of modulation, and it seems really, really cool, and everything sounds really nice. Everything's coming stereo out of the Screen Violence, because I had to hop on that train with everyone else. It's a really cool pedal. Very excited about that. I think I stayed mostly like on the reverb side of it, with the distortion running in first, and then sometimes I would turn on the dust, which was cool. And I don't remember what the left pedal does. Do you have any recall?
On the dust?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does kind of like a stuttery.
Yeah.
Sort of almost like a sample hold thing, but.
Yeah, that was super cool. So when it get quiet, I'd turn that on since it's like super gated, and then especially when I was back in home base and I turned the wet signal up on the looper, I would fill in even more space on the dust and just seemed to fill out really nicely. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on right here. Different versions of that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was into it.
Where'd the smoke go?
Push that button.
Which button?
Whichever one you want.
Not too much. That's good. Well, yeah, that's interesting to see that there is like a pretty relatively clean side and a pretty distorted verb side. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I don't like play around with like
Dad, can you go turn it on?
super heavily affected things in the first place.
Do it, Daddy. Do it.
So I kind of want them both.
Dad. Do it. Do it.
Well, it's really cool.
Thank you.
Kids are fun. I love you, Dad.
Love you too. Did you see Chase?
Yeah, do you love me?
It's the first time seeing Chase?
No, this isn't our first time.
Well,
Daddy,
Yep.
bring me there. Bring me there.
thanks for coming and coffee and riffing.
Yes. No, yeah, it was super fun.
Coming back.
Yeah, for sure.
Chase Hall, everybody, Coffee and Riffs. And we'll
Take it on.
probably see him again sometime soon.
Drop me down.
Drop you down.